We are back on Thursday Night Girl Fight, and it's a fatal four-way time. And we got a debut for you right now. It's a Mercedes V Porter, better known as MVP, baby. And she is in the house for PWW. Getting a shot to get her hands on the hardcore champion. Nothing really at stake but their name, as they are trying to find their place in this Thursday Night Girl Fight roster. It is Thursday Night Girl Fight. I am Lance Hallwood, baby. You can get you some. Do not forget Jessica, the chosen one, Brown, getting a shot at the Universal Championship tonight. That is her briefcase cash-in. You don't want to miss it. Put some respect on it, PWW Universe. It is the PWW World Hardcore Champion. Blake Dynamite is in the motherfucking house.
And her opponents, first from
how she was able to get that belt from the grip of Blaze, none of us will ever know. We'll just be able to see it. If you missed it on Beach Bash, go and check it out. It's prestigious worldwide wrestling, the mountaintop of women's wrestling. It's just better, you dig? How much hardwood, baby? Get you some. And here comes another youngster into PWW. It's none other than Bobby freaking Joe, baby.
Bobby Joe!
All the way from Kentucky, it's Bobby Joe. She's in the house and making her debut for professional wrestling and PWW. And what a way to do it against the hardcore champion. It's Thursday Night Girl Fight. I'm Lance Hardwood, baby. Get you some. And last but certainly not freaking least, it is making her PWW debut and her professional wrestling debut. It's Alice freaking Rage, baby. And she's about to bring the rage tonight. This is the one that Dynamite might ought to look out for. As Blake Dynamite here for one reason tonight, and it's to kick three rookies' ass on out the ring and go home. This is the Thursday Night Girl Fight. I'm Lance Hardwood, baby. We got a fatal four-way brewing up right now. Get you some. Not too sure when we have ever seen three rookies in one fight, but we're getting it tonight as it's MVP Bobby Joe and Allison Rage taking on Blake Dynamite. Everyone for herself, and look at Dynamite, look at Bobby Joe. And down goes MVP and Rage, and now Bobby Joe with a flying drop kick to the side of the head of Dynamite. She pops right back up. This is just your normal, typical fatal four-way, not the usual way that PWW does things with the 10 minutes and the eliminations. This is just good old-fashioned slobber knocker style. You can only win by pinning them in the ring. There is no disqualifications, so really still anything goes. And Blake Dynamite in trouble. And what a suplex by Rage. And look at MVP now, taking out Bobby Joe. And coming up next, we got a triple threat going down involving Sweet Tea, baby, the Cruiserweight champion, as she was able to retain the belt over the Ministry at Beach Bash. If you missed it, go check it out only on YouTube. It's in the archive of PWW. And look at Allison Rage with the stairs. Dear God Almighty, she puts him in the ring. The rookie meeting business, and it's like she handed him right to Dynamite to get smashed. And MVP knocks him away. Good thing, because they were going right for her face. And what in the hell was Rage thinking? She gave Dynamite a weapon that could have knocked everybody out. As you got Rage and Bobby Joe on the outside, and Dynamite and MVP on the inside, and here's MVP with the cover. And Dynamite kicks out. And Rage a little slow getting back in the ring to break that one up. And Bobby Joe's just like that pest, like that shoe fly don't bother me, to Rage right now, like tap her on the shoulder and kick her in the gut. That's how you do things. Dynamite gets MVP out of the ring and a cover by Bobby Joe, and it's broken up by Dynamite. And now Dynamite taking her frustrations out on the littlest one in this match. Good God Almighty, what a slam. And now Bobby Joe rolling to the outside. MVP with Rage up against the rope, swings her to the other side, and misses with the back elbow. And she gives her the big boot. Rage doesn't go anywhere. She don't move. She took it like a champ and delivers a big boot of her own. And look at MVP flying over that top rope. And she landed right on the freaking stairs. That could have broke her back. A tailbone at least. And now Bobby Joe with the tarantula submission on Allison Rage, but it isn't going to count because they're on the outside, as you can only win on the inside. The main event tonight is one you surely do not want to miss. The Universal Champion, the new Universal Champion, the Phenom, is defending for the first time against the Chosen One. It is going down. A good fight between them two is surely going to deliver. And look at Bobby Joe now. Takes down Rage, and Rage could be hurt grabbing that leg, and Dynamite's going to come make sure that she's hurt. As she takes Bobby Joe and swings her across the floor, and now MVP takes Dynamite into that apron. And Rage swings MVP into the ring. Headlock, punch to the face on Dynamite. And Bobby Joe, good night, that's a stunner on MVP. Bobby Joe might have just won this. And a kick out by MVP. Oh my, oh me, that was close. Bobby Joe snuck in there. Now look at Rage. And Dynamite kicks out just in the nick of time. And Bobby Joe looking for a weapon, which is legal because it's no disqualification. Because it is a fatal four-way. And what a power bomb by Allison Rage. And MVP could be finished as she rolls to the outside. A Russian leg sweep by Bobby Joe on Rage. And here's Dynamite going after Bobby Joe now. And Bobby Joe off the top rope with a flying drop kick to the face of Dynamite. And a toe drag ankle lock on MVP. And Rage there to break it up, and Dynamite here to pick up the pieces now. The champ, the hardcore champ, in her element with this fight right here. And against three rookies, nothing could be easier, right? Wrong, as MVP kicks out of that one. And Rage now showing off to the crowd, and Dynamite's having none of that. There's a clothesline to the back of the head. You better keep your eyes open because Dynamite is a beast and she will explode on you on any given moment. And MVP is feeling the wrath of that right now. And here's a cover by Allison Rage. and Bobby Joe kicks out. Nobody was paying attention, and Bobby Joe kicked out. If it wasn't for her, Allison Rage would have got the victory, and now it's MVP, and it's Rage in the ring, and they're exchanging blows. And what a laydown DDT by Bobby Joe and Dynamite. Here's a cover by Rage. And MVP kicks out. And what a fucking fight we got right here, and what a fucking night. All these fights, and holy hell, what a Hurricanrana DDT by Bobby Joe on Allison Rage, and she's out cold. You might want to get the smelling salt, because that one is a night-night. And here's a cover by MVP, and that might have woke her up just a little bit. No, she's back down, and MVP's rolling out the ring. It's Bobby Joe, it's Dynamite, and Bobby Joe, here's the kick to the side of the face of Dynamite, and Rage out of nowhere with the headbutt. You better be careful. You might fall back down using your head like that. There's the big knockout blow to Bobby Joe, and now she's got the damn sledgehammer right to the back of the leg. Dear God Almighty, we are going to need medical after this one. They are showing no mercy. And now MVP back in the ring. She goes after Bobby Joe. Good night. Good night, Bobby Joe. She's rolling out the ring before she gets pinned. You got Dynamite and Rage. And MVP standing by, waiting for that. Samoan drop by Dynamite. MVP goes in with a flying knee. And that was a smart play by the rookie. But to no regard, Dynamite still in the ring. She takes a back elbow to the face. And Bobby Joe there to break up that count. And now Bobby Joe locking up with MVP. And MVP gets out of it. And kick to the gut. And here it comes. Oh my God. What a move. You just been slam dunked by the MVP, Bobby Joe. And now we got Rage and Dynamite on the outside. And look at Rage. Gonna deliver a powerbomb right into that apron. Holy hell. And here's a cover, Bobby Joe and MVP. And Rage barely gets in the ring to break that up. And Dynamite could lose this. She's on the outside. And there it is. That's it. Good night, Bobby Joe. And where in the hell did Dynamite come from right out of nowhere and just saved this match? And we're still fighting. We're still wrestling. And MVP with the sledgehammer. It doesn't matter. Clothesline from hell. Blake Dynamite. 1, 2, 3. And the Hardcore Champion gets the victory. And Blake Dynamite keeping up with her winning way. Coming up next, a triple threat match you do not want to miss. It's a girl fight. I'm Hardwood. Don't go nowhere. We'll be right back.